Hi, welcome to What's Up with DJ Now. Today we'll be making Instant Pot Fettuccine Alfredo with shrimp. Here's your supplies. They'll be linked in the description. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. If you could like and subscribe to my channel, it would really help me. We're going to be using the Instant Pot. You can use any Instant Pot that you have. This will work with anything. Any pressure cooker, any Instant Pot. Okay, we're going to start. I'm making the shrimp version. You can make this without any meat, but I'm doing shrimp today. I'm going to use 16-ounce bag, which is 1 pound of shrimp, medium shrimp, raw. They are frozen. You could use any size shrimp that you prefer. You could also use chicken, or like I said, you could do this completely meat-free. And we're just going to put those in the bottom. Now the next thing we're going to be doing is putting 4 cups of chicken broth. I use Better Than Bouillon. You can use any broth that you choose. We're going to do 4 cups. And I just heated it up in the microwave and made my Better Than Bouillon broth with it. I prefer that because you can keep it in the refrigerator. And then we're just going to stir these up. If you're not going to do meat, then you just put simply your broth in there. We're going to use 1 pound, 1 box of fettuccine noodles. And we're going to break those in half and sit those in the water, the broth I mean. And kind of hard to break. It makes you feel like a weakling when you're trying to break something as simple as noodles and you're struggling. So I had to kind of break them in little parts. It's kind of funny. It's like it's noodles and you're having to use some real strength to break them. So we're just going to put those staggered different directions in there. And then we're just going to take our spatula and just make sure that they're submerged into the fluid, into the broth. And then we're going to take a half a stick of our butter and we're just going to set that right on top. The butter, when it's cooking, is going to help the noodles not stick together and make it nice and creamy in there with the broth. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and put on our lid. Now if you're using, my pressure cooker automatically seals the vent when the lid is sealed shut. But if yours is not, then you need to make sure and seal your vent. Now we're going to go ahead and stick this onto pressure cook. And we're going to do it for 7 minutes. And we want to make sure it's on the high and more pressure cook mode for 7 minutes. And then I'm going to show you the top of my machine. Like I said, mine seals automatically when you lock it, but if yours does not, make sure and put your valve to the seal mode. And it's going to say on until it comes to pressure, and then it'll click on. And we'll be back in about 8 minutes, which will be 1 minute after it finishes. Now we're going to go ahead and release the pressure. We're going to go ahead and open the pot carefully because it's hot. Okay. And it's going to be, nice and hot in there. And we're going to go ahead and stir up the noodles. Like I said, the butter helped it to stay where it won't stick. So you just got to kind of like mix them around in there and unclump them together and just kind of stir up your shrimp. If you've put any meat or shrimp or chicken or anything in there, you want to just kind of mix it all in. And then we're going to take our other half of our butter, stick of butter, and we're going to put that in, and we want to stir that up in there as well. And you're just going to want to stir it until you have that butter melted in there. So however long that takes, it shouldn't take too long because it's pretty hot in there. So you just want to incorporate that butter, get it all stirred and mixed in. Now, we're going to use Boursin garlic and fine herb cheese. It's a gourmet cheese. At this stage, I either use this, the Boursin, or I use the Laughing Cow garlic herb cheese. I've used both. Honestly, I couldn't get the Laughing Cow because the store was out, but I do prefer the Laughing Cow. But they're both good. Now we're going to put, I put a Parmesan, a 3 cheese parm blend. You can just put the Parmesan one, but I buy the one that has 3 cheeses, and we're going to put a cup of that. Okay, we're going to get garlic powder. And we're going to put a teaspoon of garlic powder. And some fresh ground 4 peppercorn pepper, black pepper, and about a teaspoon. Just do it for a while until it has about a teaspoon or so. You don't really need to add any salt because the combination of the broth and the cheeses and everything, it makes it plenty salty. And we're just going to mix all those cheeses up and get them nice and melted in there. I was going to change over to my spatula because I didn't want to really pick up the noodles. I just want to mix it. So no, what I was saying is the store-bought Parmesan, you can put a cup of Parmesan, or you can buy this 3 cheese blend, which has an Asiago cheese, and it just makes it more cheesy. Now we're going to take heavy whipping cream, and we're going to put a cup and a half of heavy whipping cream. And the heavy whipping cream will help to thicken up everything and make it much creamier and a really good sauce with the cheese. And then we're going to stir that up, and we're going to stir for a while. It takes some time for it to get nice and thickened up. Once you get it nice and mixed, you can let it sit for a little while and it will thicken up. But it will not be too thick for sure. You'll have a nice, good juice. Now here, it's been a little bit and you can see it's thickened up, but yet still there's plenty of sauce in there, plenty of, you know, the Alfredo sauce. And so it's nice and creamy. And this puts away well in the refrigerator for the next day. You think it would dry out, but once you microwave it up, you have that juice and that sauce, you know, the Alfredo sauce. You have plenty of it. So let's go ahead. Oh, there's Sammy, and he's being nosy, like, what are you making, Mama? What am I going to get to taste? He gets very little taste because he's on a certain diet, but he gets to taste a little bit. Let's go ahead and bowl some of this up. It's still pretty hot and juicy. It will continue to thicken as it sits. Okay, there it is. You see the little shrimps. Now those are the medium size, so they do shrink up. Now I'm going to put more black pepper because you got to have more black pepper on top. And I'm going to put a little bit of parsley, a little bit of green parsley. Makes it look nice, makes it taste good. Oh, excuse my phone, I just got a notification. Sorry about that. So I'll put a little bit of parsley on here. But yeah, those are the medium shrimp, so that's how little they shrink up. If you want them bigger, then just buy the large or the extra large shrimp. You get quite a few shrimp in there, so there's quite a few mixed inside, so that's a good amount, a good size. Look how good it looks. I'm giving you a close-up here, and wow, it smells really good. Now let me show you how it kind of handles. You see it's very saucy, very nice and creamy. The noodles are done just perfect. They're not overly done. They're not too hard. They're the perfect consistency at 7 minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a little taste here. I couldn't help it. It's very good. And then I'm going to show you some pictures of the dish for you to enjoy. And I appreciate you watching my video. This is a very easy recipe. It doesn't take long at all. It only cooks for 7 minutes and then some stirring. It's quick and easy. It makes a good amount. You can have leftovers. Here comes my Sammy to get his little sample. But I want to thank you for watching my video, and if you could like and subscribe, I would appreciate it. Have a good day.